Haley Clancy, so yeah. Just want to say that, but yeah. So, this is just an eulogy by Haley Clancy. It's just for my bird Blue, because I didn't know how much I miss you and how much I miss myself too. Even the poetry, how one can die, and you just died too, hoping you don't die too. And don't you know too, Mona Lisa got shot by her boyfriend and died. My cousin hung himself in his double wide, and Daddy looked at me when I was just learning 2 times 3, and he said, "Everything's your fault, Haley," and cried. And Granddaddy with the angels he can't yet reside, and all these tears I hide, and all of those that were on my side, and this life is killing me on the inside, and those are dying on the outside. But Blue, you died, selling poems on these streets, and all the devils and angels I greet, and complete was the poem of how I just would want to hear you tweet. Not in the morning where the day is alarming, no. You would wait to speak till I spoke, sleep till I was awoke, until I gained a little bit of hope that I too could fly, that I could cross the road and tell them why and hi, and even say goodbye, and to know why I knew what you were saying, Haley. I knew what you two were hoping, kneeling, crying, and thinking, and making these poems life has you making, and this is what you call the poetry. When you go sell poetry, and the lady says, "You remember my corgi? He passed away." And we still got that poem hanging to this day. And even though he is not with us today, I just remember when his tail would sway, and with our poem, we just went about our day. And Blue, you died a week from that day. And to say how you lived or how you helped, I hate you were in the cage. And you still made and stayed, but I wanted to free myself. No one else who knows how I took you from your family. So I put you where the sun shines so brightly. And I took you from your familiarity, so I talked so gently. Everybody knew it made Haley so happy, us being as we, us singing songs and on. It was truly the saddest day of my life. It was the day after my sister had her baby. The happiest day of my life, I just became an auntie. I was only gone for hours of 32 or 33. And one saying, hopefully, Mom, put Blue's food where it was supposed to be. To conclude, Blue is not where he's supposed to be. Mom, you told me. And tears were just a many. He is gone, Haley, no maybe. He went along and the dogs chased me, and the feather on the mouth of my doggy was when I knew Blue was probably. I had to call the prophet on the phone, hope she's too not gone before it was the day I went crazy. She said, "He is in the dark room, Haley. God, let her find him, please." And I said, "God, answer this lady." The dark room was the poetry of how I found him, where she said he would be, in the living room, dying. And I was crying and saying, "Blue, I'm so sorry." And there was no life left in him or me. I called the vet as soon as I get him close to see. No answer yet, and you have to save him, Haley. And I took the water of little specks and fed my baby. I had not eaten the day before since early. I got Blue simply. He too could barely stand properly, and just was no longer thirsty or air. And into it I would just stare, praying this can't be. And we just were there, because this poetry of how me and Blue just went to sleep. And beak and feet dreams us too, and stayed there indefinitely, and peacefully was a winged, broken body, because to keep this beauty of one dying and fighting and waiting just for me, knowing of how I had to come back soon, and Haley was going to play a happy tune, and this is what we both had just assumed. And back in my cage by noon, and Haley's heart would keep room for that day. For a day we met soon, and she played a happy tune, and I was free by noon within a heart that made room, that wings stayed wrapped around, and she sells poems in the town, and I stayed here to hear the typewriter sound, because when Blue wrapped his wing around, I knew there he must depart. My beloved, my dearest of heart, found a blue jay the next day, found a poem for a little girl that cried the same as you did yesterday, for a mother that passed away. The art to say, to live to say. Blue died, and the vet calls you back to help you say, my bird is dead. Thank you, guys.